let's continue expanding on the SNAP method, because you talked about it before. I'm sure people are really curious about it. So if you're listening, just kind of as a synthesis, like if you decide to take the whole cookie, if you want to build a business that unlocks your hidden advantage, that's in alignment with you, that allows you to prioritize the important stuff, Patty's developed a system called the SNAP method that will help you to incorporate this. And obviously you most of your work is serving women, but I found so much value in going through this myself, just because of what you help people see. So maybe give a high level overview of what SNAP stands for, and then we can maybe pick apart some of the cool elements inside of all of it.
SNAP stands for Stop Believing the Myths, Narrow Your Focus, Assess Your Value, and Practice Your Power. SNAP, as in Ginger Snap. And the idea behind it is that formulas don't work. So what I realized in my first company as a political consultant is I really didn't know how to price or sell. That was not my background or experience. I was a really good political consultant, but I started taking courses to learn how to price, how to sell. I've taken so many over the years, it's almost laughable. And you hear different things from different people, different experts and different gurus, and everybody's telling you you're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you may not have all the resources you need. And I started to realize, no offense, but a lot of, especially the sales programs, were designed by men for men. Mm-hmm. They worked really well, in some cases, for guys, but they didn't work for women. And I know that because I employed them. I tried those methods. I tried those formulas. Use this script, do it this way, follow this pattern. And it just wasn't working for me. When I started this company, I quickly realized it wasn't working for my clients either. And they were doing a wide variety of different methods, especially for sales, and feeling very frustrated. So I developed the sales method that I believe works better for women business owners, which is much more like matchmaking. And it's more about relationship building. And often, especially for experts, we get referrals, introductions, or we find our leads through speaking engagements. And so I wanted to optimize where we're already finding our leads by teaching a framework, not a formula. And so that's part of this idea of the SNAP system, is using it as a guide. It's a framework, but it's not going to tell you, use this script or use this copy in your email, because you need to use your own voice. Now, here's the challenge. What if you don't know what your voice is? What if you don't know what you really want? You only understand what you should want, right? So I'm going to give you an example. Right now, the primary measure of business success is scaling, getting bigger. Most of my clients don't want to get bigger. And when you get bigger, you have a whole new set of problems, right? Because now you have more staff, you have more clients, you have more processes and needs for your accounting, and you need more resources. So that can actually eat into your profit, and you won't be more profitable. You just have a lot more problems. Mm-hmm. Scaling works for some companies, but it depends on what you want. So what if you don't know what you want, or what your voice is, or how to attract people who really understand the value you bring? So that is the problem I'm addressing. When I talk about beating the broken cookie effect, it's not about putting everyone else last. It's not about being less kind or less giving. It's about understanding who you are, what you want, and how you're going to communicate that. And when you have that fundamental piece in place, using the SNAP system, and you practice it, then first of all, things get so much easier, because you don't have to freak out every time you have a new prospect come to you. because you have to figure out, how do you talk to them? What do you say? How do you help them understand that they should work with you? That all of that anxiety and that panic, that sense of panic that you might feel, is alleviated because you have a system, you have a method of moving your company forward towards your own personal goals. And one of the things I talk about a lot is learn to run your company your way, because it doesn't really matter what other people are doing. Your clients, your competitors, your colleagues, really doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. It only matters what you want, what you're doing, and the consistency with which you're doing that.